It was raining all night. However, in the morning, the rays of rising sun seemed to be able to find their way through the clouds. Early in the morning, the breakfast is ready, the tent folded back into my backpack, and we are ready to keep moving. The first, relatively short part of the walk is along Little Ramsey Beach. Once again, soft sand gives way to rocks and boulders, and any movement forward is slow and torturous. After entering the forest, we leave on our left Banksia Bay, the third camping spot along the walk, and keep walking towards Banksia Creek.
Witamy na Hinchinbrook Island. Właśnie wyszliśmy z kempingu, no nie właśnie, godzinę temu wyszliśmy z kempingu na Little Ramsey Bay, przeszliśmy przez skały koło Banksia Bay i teraz się kierujemy dżunglą tropikalną do tak zwanego North Zoe Creek. Idziemy.
After half an hour of walking mostly uphill, we reach a Banksia Creek crossing situated on top of a waterfall. Water here is very clear. Perfect opportunity to replenish our drinking water supplies for the rest of the day. Creek on top of the falls is very shallow, so there's no danger of slipping and falling. The path through the forest is frequently and richly decorated by spinifex. Climbing uphill, we often cross little creeks. Finally, we arrive at a saddle between two hills.
Weszliśmy na szczyt, na takie siodło pomiędzy górami i wieje piękny wiatr, orzeźwiający wiatr
a
od
vista
morza.
between trees provides views towards Zoe Bay, lying in front of us further south. The path continues to be made mostly of rocks, so we cannot walk too fast. A long climb down brings us back to about the sea level. The vegetation becomes distinctly more lush and dense, and it resembles a tropical jungle. We can see a lot of ferns, palm trees and other plants. Suddenly, the lush forest disappears and we enter a marshland. The path disappears under water and soggy mud. We pretty much need to work out by ourselves where the path goes. Only occasionally we are rewarded with a sign on a tree trunk or footprints left in the mud by the party walking here ahead of us. Needless to say, we are somehow relieved when with no major obstacles we manage to cross the marshland and enter the rainforest on the other side. Fallen trees lie frequently along the path. Due to the temperature and humidity, fungi grow profusely on fallen trunks. After a while, we reach North Zoe Creek. Here, there's a sign warning about saltwater crocodiles which may potentially inhabit this area. The sign advises not to approach water edge. Unfortunately, Thorsbourne trail leads across the creek, so at some point we will need to cross it. However, water is shallow and clean, so we rationalize that the risk of encountering a crocodile here would be rather low. The crossing was a little tricky. As it turns out, the continuation of the trail further south is approximately 20 to 30 meters upstream. It took us a little while to work it out, but thankfully no harm done, so we can keep walking. Once again, we enter the jungle. Surprise, surprise! Someone carved steps in a massive tree trunk lying across the path. Half an hour later, we cross Fen Palm Creek. Rocks here are very wet and very slippery. You need to watch every step. One small mistake may finish with a fall. After Fen Palm Creek, the trail leads through a mangrove forest. The path is dry and there's no water inside, so we are not very concerned about crocodiles. Unfortunately, this is not the end of our little adventures for today. After a while, we enter another marshland. This time, the water level is higher and we end up walking through the water. It doesn't take long before we reach the north end of a sandy beach in Zoe Bay. The camping ground, a destination point of our today's journey, is located on the southern end of the beach, not far from Zoe Falls. The tent is set up very quickly and it's time to have a proper meal. Before the sunset, I go for a walk on the beach. Respecting the signs warning about crocodiles, I refrain from venturing too close to the water edge.